My twin brother Jack and I and two of our friends went on a camping trip and canoe trip to Baxter State Park in northern Maine. The four of us decided to do some fishing out on the lake, so we piled into the canoe. After we made a great big bonfire so we'd be able to find our way back. We were out in the water just a few minutes, and Chuck saw this huge sphere of light.
Okay, I was heading to a show in Vermont, and I look out the window, and all of a sudden I see this thing. It looks like the Goodyear blimp. And these lights started flowing over it, and it's not a blimp.
Driving toward the farm about 5 miles away, I saw lights in the sky, pulled over and got out of the car to investigate. My next conscious memory was landing very hard in the vehicle on the road. I was going at least 60 miles an hour and I had no muscular control.
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, oh my God, it really is an alien spacecraft and it's gonna crash and all those creatures on board are gonna die. And when I thought that, they put a thought in my head and they said, no, it's all right.
And we turned around, and this thing was right in front of us. So Charlie flashes it with a flashlight, and the minute he signals this thing, it starts moving towards us.
I dropped the flashlight, threw the blade of the paddle into the water, and I started paddling as hard as I could. I locked my vision on the fire.
And as we were going, Jack kept looking back, and he kept saying, it's gaining on us. And I remember thinking, well, this is it. We're not going to outrun this thing. That was the last thing that went through my mind before we found ourselves at the beach.
I came into the house very disturbed and discovered within a few minutes that my ears were bleeding, presumably because my earrings were in backwards. I also realized that I had an hour and a half or close to it of time that I could not account for.
It's 1:30 in the morning. It's 15 miles from where I started, and it's 3 hours later. So there's no way I drove the whole way at 5 miles an hour. I got a lot of missing time there.
When we went back to our campfire, all that was left was embers. When we thought about that, it was, well, how did the fire go out in that short a time? I mean, 45 minutes tops, maybe? It was just something we could never really explain. It was a mystery.
I thought I was having a nervous breakdown. I've thought that a lot of times.
I know something is going on, and I can't prove it to anybody. What do I do with that? Who do I tell? Nobody if I'm smart. So now I'm telling you.